Now, our first guest is Dr. David Keanu Sai. He holds a PhD in political science with a focus on Hawaiian constitutionalism and international relations.
He's a senior lecturer at the University of Hawaii, and he joins us for another Hawaiian history lesson. Back, Dr. Sai.
Thank you for having me.
Oh man, I'm so happy to have you. Now, if it's okay with you, today I just kind of wanted to focus on terminology, because I've heard some people say we're colonized, and then I've heard you say we're occupied, and then some people say that the overthrow, the Hawaiian kingdom was overthrown. Is that a misnomer?
Yeah, a misnomer.
Why is that?
So the Hawaiian kingdom is a country, right? Like Great Britain is a country.
Okay.
You have the government of the Hawaiian Kingdom, and you also have a government of Great Britain. International relations separates the two. So what happened in 1893 was an overthrow, unlawful, by U.S. Marines of the government of the Hawaiian Kingdom, not the Hawaiian Kingdom as a country.
Okay, that's a lot to take in. Do you have like a modern day or a more recent example of something like that happening?
We can use Japan as an example.
Okay.
So in September of 1945, the United States signed a treaty of surrender with Japanese authorities on the USS Missouri in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
That was the overthrow of the government of Japan. That was not an overthrow of Japan. And that triggered what is called the law of occupation, where General MacArthur took over the civilian government, and he was called a military governor, and he continued to administer the laws of Japan until there was a treaty of peace that came into effect in 1952, called the Treaty of San Francisco, right?
Okay.
And that is when the occupation of Japan ended. And a state of affairs went from a state of war back to a state of peace.
So if that were the case, and Hawaii is still occupied today, this is a very long occupation.
So what happened, if we use the Japanese example, right? So on January 17, 1893, Queen Liliuokalani conditionally surrendered to the U.S. forces, just like the Japanese forces.
Mm-hmm.
But where the senior commander, called a theater commander, I believe it was Admiral Scarrett, right? His duty at that time was to take over the civilian government of the Hawaiian Kingdom and continue to administer the laws of the occupied state until a treaty of peace, right? They didn't do that. So what we have is a protracted overthrow of a government and a prolonged occupation.
Is Hawaii colonized, or are we occupied, and what's the difference?
So those terms are mutually exclusive, because to occupy is to apply between two independent states. To be colonized is applied between an independent state as the colonizer and a non-state territory as the colonized territory or people.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're different. So because the Hawaiian Kingdom already is an independent state since 1843, it can't be colonized, but it can be occupied. The best way to sum this all out, it's like people are trying to explain a football game using baseball rules. When you bring in football rules, you bring in the correct terminology that applies to a set of facts.
Wow, so I'm learning so much over here from you, Dr. Sai, and we can learn even more when we download your free PDF of your chapter that is in this book, and we have that QR code on the screen right now. Do yourself a favor and read up on this. You're going to learn even more from Dr. Keanu Sai. Thanks, for being here.
Thank you.